Hello, I'm Sarah Harris and welcome back to Through the Archives, where we take a closer look at the incredible 100-year history of the Smith family. I'm joined by CEO Doug Taylor. G'day, Doug.
G'day
It's
there,
been
Sarah.
fascinating to see how much has changed with the charity over the century, and you really get the sense that longer-term impacts really started happening after education became the focus.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. Yes, the big change for us came in the 80s, and it really came from a simple kind of insight, which was that we were realising that whilst we were meeting the basic needs of many families, which is really valuable and important work, we were realising that we were seeing them over extended period of times. And so we thought, is there a bigger and more impactful contribution we can make for these families? So what we did is we actually asked the families themselves, what is it that you need and how can we support you? And consistently the families came back to us saying, we need you to support us as we support our children with their education. So that set us on a different course, and what I love about that is that we're involving the community in solving the problems that they themselves experience and realising their own aspirations. So that was a big shift for us, and so in the 1987 annual report it read, this education program is seen as a way to break the cycle of poverty by ensuring children do face their first employment interview on an equal footing with their peers. And, you know, we also had this really interesting celebrity endorsement. So we have great hopes for the program in 1988 and are grateful that Paul Hogan has given financial support and personal endorsement to the scheme.
What a bloke Hogs is,
Exactly.
huh?
Fantastic, isn't it?
You don't get much bigger than Hogs in the 80s.
Not in the 80s, not in the 80s.
That is for sure. It's a wildly successful program now, but it took a little while to find its feet, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. We started really small in 1988 by providing financial bursaries for secondary students, and by 1994 our first student had graduated.
So this was a huge change in direction for the Smith family. Any bumps along the way?
There were bumps, and it was a big change and a very big challenge. Elaine Henry, a former CEO of the organisation who'd led a lot of this change, with other leaders at the time, has talked to me about the challenge of transitioning dearly held programs to other organisations, sometimes team members who'd been with us for a long time, joining those other organisations and having a whole new focus as an organisation. So whilst it was challenging, I think there was a strong sense that it was the right direction, and we felt that we were going to make an even bigger impact in the Australian community with a focus on education.
And these programs work, don't they?
They really do. They're making an enormous difference. We have a great focus on using evidence to guide our decisions, tracking the outcomes that we're creating with students and families. And so today, through our program we call now Learning for Life, where we provide financial support, personal support for parents, and a range of programs in 700 schools right around the country. We're supporting 58,000 students through this and having a big impact in their educational future.
Amazing. So what's next for the next 100 years?
I'm not sure we've totally thought about the next 100 years, but certainly for the next 5 years with our Learning for Life program, we're absolutely clear that we want to be reaching 100,000 students right across the country, because the need is there for those students. But we're also thinking about the additional types of support that we can provide for those students and families. And one of the big commitments that we've made is ensure that all the students we support have digital access. You know, a laptop and being digitally connected is just a vital part of a child's education. So that's one of the big new challenges that we're taking on, as well as reaching more students.
Oh, fantastic, Doug. This has been such a brilliant journey through the archives.
It has been.
It makes me so proud to be an ambassador for the Smith family.
Thank you, Sarah. It's great to have your support.
Love the work that the Smith family does. Thank you for being with us.
Pleasure.
And thank you as well for all of your support of the Smith family.